The story begins with a moment that seemed lighthearted, even playful, but it ended up unraveling into something far more complex than anyone could have imagined. My name is Melissa, and I had always thought of myself as a steady woman who understood her family and her life. I grew up in a small town in Indiana, with values rooted in honesty, loyalty, and family bonds. But one summer, a sequence of events shook those values, forcing me to confront truths I didn't even know existed within me. It was a sunny afternoon when my nephew, Ethan, came running across the backyard like a wild caveman. He was 20, tall, strong from working construction with his dad, and carried himself with an energy that seemed almost larger than life. I was in my mid-30s, married to my husband, Mark, and I had always known Ethan as the little boy who used to follow me around during family picnics. But that day, as he chased me with a mischievous grin, pretending we were in some prehistoric time where he was the hunter and I was the prey, something about the game unsettled me. It was innocent on the surface, but it stirred emotions I wasn't prepared for. "Run, Aunt Melissa," he laughed, his voice booming as he stomped after me. "You'll never escape me." I ran across the grass, laughing nervously, clutching the sides of my sundress as I tried not to trip. The others were inside the house, my husband Mark, my sister-in-law, and the rest of the family, preparing dinner for the barbecue. It was just the two of us outside, the warm air thick with the scent of cut grass and the low hum of cicadas. I glanced back at Ethan and saw the playful determination in his eyes. For a split second, I wasn't sure if I was laughing because it was funny or because I didn't know how else to respond. When he finally caught me, grabbing my arm like he was some caveman dragging me back to his cave, I stumbled into his chest. The moment froze. His hand was warm around my wrist, his chest firm against me, and I felt a jolt of awareness I didn't want to admit. He let go immediately, laughing again, brushing it off like it was nothing more than a silly game. "Gotcha," he said with a grin, before jogging back toward the deck. I stood there for a moment, breathing hard, trying to shake off the strange rush of adrenaline. He was my nephew. I shouldn't have felt that way. But sometimes, life plays tricks on you, and emotions don't follow the rules you think they should. That evening, I couldn't stop thinking about it. At the dinner table, surrounded by family chatter and laughter, I caught myself watching Ethan. He was joking with his cousins, helping his mom bring dishes from the kitchen, being the same kind young man he had always been. But I felt different. I felt like something invisible had shifted between us. I tried to push the thought away, reminding myself that family was sacred, that my marriage to Mark mattered more than anything. But the harder I pushed, the more the feeling seemed to grow. Over the next few weeks, Ethan visited often. His summer break from college had him back in town, and my sister-in-law leaned on me to help keep him busy with odd jobs around the house. Mark worked long shifts, often away from home, so Ethan and I ended up spending more time together than I anticipated. We painted the fence, cleaned out the garage, even went grocery shopping together. Each time, the playful energy between us seemed to thrum beneath the surface, like a secret neither of us spoke aloud. One afternoon, while we were moving boxes in the garage, Ethan suddenly stopped and leaned against the wall, wiping sweat from his brow. "You know," he said, half smiling, "when we were playing that game outside the other day, I felt like I was 10 years old again. You used to chase me, remember?" I laughed, though my throat felt tight. "Of course I remember. You were always the one running barefoot through the yard, trying to catch fireflies faster than anyone else." He looked at me then, really looked. His eyes lingered longer than they should have, and the air between us grew heavy. I turned away quickly, fumbling with the box I was holding. "Well, those were good times," I said lightly, trying to steer the conversation back to safer ground. But deep down, I knew we were standing on the edge of something dangerous. And the more I denied it, the closer I seemed to lean toward it. The truth about infidelity is that it doesn't always begin with physical betrayal. It often starts quietly, with unspoken glances, hidden thoughts, or small moments of connection that feel harmless at first. I told myself it was nothing. But late at night, lying awake while Mark snored beside me, I found myself replaying Ethan's laughter, the way he looked at me, the way his hand had felt when he caught my wrist. It haunted me, no matter how hard I tried to silence it. And then came the day that changed everything.